Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday evening, 8 p.m., and you're listening to the home of Commodore 64 remixes, Slay Radio. Let us spice up your evening with Slaygon's incoherent ramblings.
Anywho Hazel.
And Ziona's pro dance moves to the best selection of remixes, sits, and demo scene tracks. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this thing. Slay tuned.
Hi.
Fiddly-dum.
Fiddly-dum. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We are online.
Am I?
I think you are.
How did that happen?
There might be a very high chance for that you are.
Wow, how did that happen?
I have no idea. You pressed some random buttons there, and that's what must have happened.
Must have.
Yeah, so he's Slaygon on the other end of the room.
And that over there is Ziona.
Hi. Greetings, everyone. We're online.
Well, technically, that over there is Ziona.
Never mind. Did you replace the screens now, at least?
I did.
Okay.
See? You're there.
Yeah.
There. Pointing to you.
I see. Thank you. Okay. Excellent. So, 2019 and 4th of July. Yes, I had to think for a moment.
Happy America Day or something.
Indeed, Happy Independence Day for the US. And what else? We don't know. There are a lot of things. There were a lot of things, of course, happening since it's summer. And
so Happy Plinky Shit Day.
Almost. For instance, there was a Swedish party on the past weekend called Gubbdata,
which translates to old man computing, or something like that.
Yeah, old data or whatnot.
Old man.
Old man.
Gubbe is old man.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I just thought here that it means only old. So yeah, we are online on slayradio.org. Obviously, we are online on Facebook and we are online on YouTube as well. And obviously on slayradio.org you don't get the video stream, but probably it's not a problem at all.
Probably
I'd
not.
say, yeah.
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's radio after all.
Yeah.
And Boz made a good comment on his show on Monday that, I'm going to show him how to do it. And yes, he did.
And he did. He always does, right?
Yeah,
yeah, indeed. So his rare appearance nowadays on Slay Radio sometimes still happens. So
yeah, he's busy with Boz Radio and all of that. So
understandable.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And we have a request evening today. That means that you can request anything as long as it's a 64 remix, Amiga remix, SID, or demo scene related track, and as long as we have it. Hi, Bozwank.
And when you do request, please go to slayradio.org and find the request thingy-mabob under live, make request. Makes it a lot easier for us. Kathooks!
Did you just sneeze there?
Kathooks. It's KTHX.
I know.
Okay, thanks.
I know.
Kathooks.
Alright,
Kathooks.
Yeah, so.
Alright, buttocks. Wait, what?
Botox?
Kathooks, buttocks.
Nice. Well, it's not all the same if you say buttocks or botox. Botox. I know. Don't start now. I already started it in my head.
Yeah, I said nothing.
Yeah, I know. You don't have
nothing.
to say anything. We are on that level. I'm reading your mind already.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah, sometimes. Anyway, there was this Gubbdata party, which was I'd say pretty private, because they did not even announce the place of it, but remote entries were allowed, and a nice amount of entries arrived. For instance, 21 pieces of 64 music and 14 demos, just so you know. And we picked a lovely track made by a rave guru. It's called Acid Jizz, and it ended up being on the 4th place of the SID Compo. So a little bit of funky plinky at the start. Wow, that ending. That was something, I should say. But yes, Lala, this ended up being on the 4th place. So there were pretty nice entries, I would say. So we still can go back to those later on. But this is a request evening. So our primary thing is now to play your requests, obviously. Maybe we will insert the 2-seed entry, the only single 2-seed entry later.
Maybe.
Which obviously won the compo because it was the only entry. So, but it's a nice one.
So if you make up your own category, you can win anything.
Oh yeah, indeed. Well, I guess he didn't make it up. It was more like...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, since it's a request evening, we already have several, which is very nice to see, but keep sending them because then we have a wider variety. And Bosbank already had a request that
of course he did.
He sent it to me, and this time I know it for a fact that we can play it. So yeah.
Okay then.
Okay then. So just so you know, I will send it to you now, and I will download it from your account. That is going to happen.
Okay.
Okay, because still. Oh, she said hello. That's what she says. Usually. Mm-hmm. Okay, we agree. Okay. And I don't know how is everyone. It got like a bit autumn-ish weather here around Sweden, around southern Sweden. It's 16 degrees, rain and wind. Yes, Boko.
Yeah, it's shitty. I had to take my winter coat today to work.
Your
It's
winter
windy.
coat in 16 degrees.
Yes, I almost put a hat on and
Oh
gloves.
my god, I almost feel sorry for you. Aw, poor little thing. Winter coat. Crazy.
What?
Crazy man from Finnish sauna. I don't believe you, really. It's everyone was complaining about 35 degrees, and I would complain about it too. Except you would not complain about that ever.
No,
No.
I wouldn't, because 35 is 9.
9? 35 is 9?
A little mental glitch here because I'm reading at the same time.
You
And
shouldn't
I
have
was
done
reading
that.
Nickenstein, and I was going to say nice, and it starts with Ni, and then there's some weird shit happened in my brain.
Yeah,
Hi,
okay.
Nickenstein.
So, hi, we are here, we are broadcasting, and you focus your attention now.
Yes, I'm sorry, I will do that now.
Excellent. So, Lala had the first request of the evening, which is Ron Bertil's American Type Rye. R-Type, but Type Rye. Because this is the actual title of the remix, in celebration of July 4th in America. This is
Yay, Ford!
Yay! This is the only
I
American.
think. Sorry. Carry on.
Now we keep interrupting each other as well. This is the only American.
I don't understand what you mean.
Exactly. Me neither. This is the only American themed title I could find on RKO, so here it comes.
Yay, America!
Yay! What an American track. Well, American type R-type.
RAR type.
Right, RAR type.
Instead of zip type.
Yeah, almost. Rune Bertils remix. And, well, Boswank, I have a bad news for you again. Or maybe Slaygon has a bad news for you, because actually he claimed it. Please say it.
It's not... Well, it's kind of what we always do. Or don't do.
Yeah, we don't play copyrighted tracks, even if there are only traces of them.
I don't think Barry White released the vocals freely onto the interwebs or anything like that.
Yeah, but, well, obviously his request was something special, as usual. So he makes it sure. But he sent it to me, Barry White and Jerry versus DHS Bad Girls Need Love Too. Obviously, DJ Skits. From a Saturday night warm-up. But yeah, it's...
Well, let's have a listen to it on your machine later while the next track is playing, see what it is. Because I just from the name, I have no idea.
Ah, you have no idea. Okay, I didn't
think
know
I
that.
know, but well, so I have some idea, but
some idea.
I can't remember it. It's been a while.
Yep.
And maybe mashups aren't such a big problem anyway. Who knows? I don't. I know nothing.
It's not Barry White. It's Kids playing with his voice.
Well, then that's fine. Play it.
Then that's fine. Okay.
I said, I know nothing.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh, that's copyrighted too. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's just words.
Just words.
Well, apparently you can copyright words.
Mm-hmm. And after that, no one can ever say them again. Or how does it work?
No, you have to pay royalties.
Wow.
It's like the UFC fighter Conor McGregor, when he got the second belt in a second weight class, he said that he's now the champ. So he copyrighted that.
Really?
Yes.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
So now you said champ and I said champ too, and
yes.
then he can actually
but
claim...
we didn't say champ, we said chimp.
We said chimp, okay.
Because he's like a monkey. Monkey!
Okay, well, you know what then, Boswank, we will play this request for you just to cheer up the evening. I'm pretty sure it will be fine.
You guys are sick. All of you guys are sick. Especially you, Wenchy, who for some reason wants Bad Girls Need Love Too with lots of mice porn and stuff like that on the top of it. So I'm going to have to let the mice that are in, and Barry White, who somehow fits inside my mixer. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's in there. Let them sing over the top of this.
Bad girls need love too. Come over here. Ooh, you are a bad boy, aren't you?
I'm a very, very bad boy.
What you You're gonna have to tell me what to do.
Take your clothes off, bitch.
You're gonna have to show me what to do. I'm a very kinky girl. I'm a very kinky girl. Should I get on all fours?
Yeah, go on then.
Should I get on my knees?
Okay.
Do you like it hard?
Yep.
Do you like it fast?
No, slow, please.
Do you like it slow?
Slow. I said slow. I like it slow, right, bitch? It's long. It's very, very long.
His enormous cock.
Oh, thanks very much. You know what?
You might be in for a bit of a treat.
You finished ranking yet?
Not quite.
Wow. That's a really big piece of hardware.
His enormous cock.
Yes.
May I please lick it?
Go ahead. Go for it. Please.
You are the best. I want you on top.
No, I'll go underneath because I'm huge.
I want to feel your body.
Go ahead. Go for it.
I want to do this all night.
No, I'm gonna go to sleep
I'm a
after.
very kinky girl. I'm a very kinky girl.
Yeah. Oh. That's it.
Girl.
Yeah, that's the one.
Very bad.
Not bad
Put
enough.
it anywhere you want.
Oh, okay.
Ouch! You got it in my eye.
I'm sorry.
We may need to grab a towel.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay, you're a kinky one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on, you dirty boy. Let's get you into the shower.
Are you two finished yet, for God's sake?
Lunch.
Well, Facebook said, Facebook said, so glad that you are enjoying this.
Did Facebook say that?
Yeah, so glad that you are enjoying this. Get notified of the next show. Well, okay, now everyone knows I enjoyed it very much. Thank you, Bossbang, for this kinky request.
So you got Facebook in your eye. Do you need a towel?
I think I do. And it's so blue now. Oh my goodness. So, nasty boy and a kinky girl. Or even more, I don't know. I didn't count how many people are supposed to participate in the previous track, but I understand why Boswank had this saved on his big piece of hardware.
Indeed.
You are very welcome, Boswank, and
And thank you, Nickenstein, for sending me that picture of me and Skits and Boz and Ellie was in there. The picture that was on the video stream just then. So that was very nice. Thank you. Although I do look like an overcooked tomato on it, but
you
fuck
look a bit different than you do now. But it's always fun to see you. Your early you. And Utar said on Facebook, hello from Poland. I'm visiting Gohanks and Christina and we're out driving, listening to the show in the car. Make sure
Modern
you drive
technology.
safely
Take the next left.
and make sure you don't watch the video stream.
In 150 meters, take left.
You will confuse them, I think. You would certainly confuse me with my navigation abilities, which is none.
Yeah, you don't know left from right.
Well, that much I can differentiate, but that's all that I know, really. You lead me and we turn like twice and I'm already lost. So yeah, that's
Yes,
great.
I know.
I know you know.
Yeah, you keep saying that we should go and discover the city. Yeah, sure. I can just take you the same square. Just walk. Take a left. Take a left. Take a left. Take a left. And go around the same house like 15 times, and we're done for the day. Perfect.
You lazy ass.
Still walking. Nothing lazy about it.
Right, we haven't done it yet, so apparently that makes you a lazy ass. Never
Yes.
mind.
I am proud of it.
I will discover the city with my colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least now I know more restaurants than I did before, so
Well,
that's
that's
great.
good.
Yeah, I think that's great. Absolutely. Oh,
Because food must have.
definitely must have. First of all, how you can live without food, I still don't get it. But
I eat.
well, you
Regularly.
eat. You ate in McDonald's for the third time in the row this
Fourth.
week. Fourth? That kind of makes me think that it's like it's not that I'm a typical cooking person. I like to cook when I have time for it or when I feel like it. But that makes me think that maybe I should start to cook. Because
Well, you know, when I worked pretty close to where you work now at Drottninggatan,
yeah.
my only food at the time for about 2 years was McDonald's, and mostly double cheese with 4 extra pieces of meat in it.
And you do know that your body might handle this for a while, but maybe after a while it starts to complain.
It didn't complain for 2 years, but then I started eating other things as well.
You're an alien. I always thought that, really. It's unbelievable. Versatility is important, especially if it's up to nutrients. Nutrients. Oh my God.
Nutrients.
Nutrients.
Nuts.
Nutrients. Don't go
It's like
nuts.
that video you showed me yesterday about foreigners teaching English.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful. Yeah, thanks to Sonic Wanderer who sent it to me. So that was just wonderful. And yeah, maybe I don't know if it's copyrighted or not, but maybe.
Yeah, just post it on IRC and Facebook and YouTube and whatnot.
No,
the YouTube
actually,
link.
it wasn't that long, and we can actually play it. I think.
I think it's better if you see it.
Ah, okay.
It's funnier. Because I heard it when you played it first, but it wasn't as funny. But when I saw it, it kind of was twice as funny at least.
Yeah, okay, I believe
so
you.
It's something you need to see.
Okay then. So, but for now, we play a request for Martin. Hi, Martin.
Hello, Martin.
As usual, and he wants to hear Pimple Squeezer 6 by Rhine.
You're a pimple squeezer.
Me?
Yes,
Why?
because when you say I squeeze spots, those are pimples that you squeeze. That's a pimple squeezer.
Oh,
You are a pimple squeezer.
that is very true. Okay, let's play the song then.
Yes. cool.
Ryan.
Right.
Ryan open. But in Dutch, because
Ryan
he is
open.
Dutch. Open. Open, Cesar? Open Ryan? What? No.
No, don't open Ryan.
Open the pimple squeezer 6, and it was made by Ryan. No, nothing. No. Never mind.
Oh, I'm glad to see that the automatic CSS font resize thingy is actually working, because that is a long title.
Okay. Excellent. CSS is awesome.
Yes.
Especially when there was a mug in the early ages of CSS still, and then you had a rectangle, and then CSS is awesome, and it was halfway out of the rectangle. That was so nice.
Cool.
Yeah, it was absolutely cool. I don't have such a mug, but it's really nice. So yeah. And Bosbank made sure that we have even more tracks from Ryan that you might have lost in the past, just so you know.
Well, I didn't lose that one because I never had it, I think. The skits one.
Not that one, but he sent like 3 other tracks since.
Yeah.
He didn't requested them, but
you said that you might have lost.
Okay. Well, you certainly didn't lose the previous one that we played, but you might have had the ones that he sent, so maybe later.
And I'm testing something new here with YouTube. If you go to slayradio.org, the main page, you should see the YouTube video there.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no
Because
way.
Fun. Yeah.
And someone should fix so the clicking on the logo would take you to the home page.
Well, I can do that, but not now.
Well,
Home news.
it's not that I didn't tell this. Yeah, I know. It's not that I didn't tell this before, but yeah.
No, I don't think you have, actually.
I did several times, but
I don't think you did.
never
You
mind.
did when you said when you were starting the redesign of it.
It's
But
still
not when we started poking around with making the fonts bigger and such.
well, maybe not then, but definitely I told it already. It's a strict, well, it's a big UX issue. When you click on the logo, it should take you to the homepage.
Yes, that is true.
That
Easy
is
to
important.
fix as well.
Yep. Oh, Andreas Wallström, keep the scene alive, pretty please. Oh, hi Andreas. It's very nice to see you.
Hello.
Do you want to request a song? If you want to, just so you know, we have a request show now. And what else I wanted to say? Snuglo requests beer.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
We can fix that. Here you go. Cheers.
Ding, clonk. He really has a beer in front of him, actually.
Yes,
yeah.
he does.
Yeah, I told him earlier that he would be really surprised if a beer delivery man would just randomly appear on his doorstep all of a sudden.
That would be a bit surprising.
Or creepy.
That too.
Yeah, that too. GCS is with us and wants to hear Anthony Waters and Steel Ranger Planet Surface Extended Sid Mix.
I can't remember that one.
Well, let's refresh your memory then.
Oh, excellent. Let's do that.
Yeah, Slaygon, the song ended and
Yes,
you
I know.
disappeared.
I'm right here.
Are you?
What are you complaining about?
No, nothing. No,
You
never
can see me.
mind.
Hello.
Now they can. And who handles the video stream?
Well, I do, and it's on. What's the problem?
That's the problem.
What's the problem?
Okay. It's on. That's the problem. Okay. Sounded like a promising thing. And Daimo is with us on the IRC channel, who was a co-organizer on Gubbedata.
Hello, Daimo.
And it appears that more people turned up than expected. And it was an invite-only party still.
Yeah, apparently people declined, but they still turned up.
That's how invite-only parties work, I guess. Wow, it's like from a 75% count turned out to be around 100.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, indeed. And it was kept in Lund, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The city of Lund.
Lund.
But what?
Lund.
Lund?
Lund.
Lund. How is it properly pronounced?
Lund.
Lund?
This is Skåne.
Yeah, so they pronounce it differently then.
Yes.
Nah,
So they pronounce it Lund.
the French are. Yeah, I get it. Okay then. A little bit of mastering Swedish, as you could get used to it. And I think Spawart said to Uthar that he has an excellent opportunity to learn Polish then, since they are driving through Poland.
That is very, very true.
And thanks to GCS for this previous request that we played. Also, he shares from time to time nice things with me. And sometimes I forget to share things after that, and sometimes I don't, so apologies for that. It's just usually there are many things on my mind. But one thing that was pretty awesome, and I was in awe after I... sorry. So I was in awe after I watched it, is a 15 minutes video about a Commodore 64 music workstation. It's a hybrid music workstation. And
right, that one.
That was like awesome, and it uses Messiah and
It's a very nice, it's like a miniature type credit card type machine that runs Windows and Cubase on it. Kind of like a Raspberry Pi, but probably not a Raspberry. That he then connects through all of his ports and shit on there straight into Cubase.
Yeah.
Or the Windows machine, rather.
I'm sharing it on Facebook at the moment, the link, and I already shared it on IRC, and you can share it on YouTube if you would like to, because it's awesome. The guy is awesome. I don't really know how one can have so much dedication and patience. It's just amazing.
It is.
And of course, all the memory and slots and everything was done by him into the machine. So it's crazy. He is super crazy. Crazy completely. And Malthus. Request supremacy by the loveliest Jane Slay Radio has ever had. Oh my god, who is that? I wonder.
What?
Jane.
Jane?
DJ Jane. I guess. Jane. Just check the IRC channel. You will see it.
IRC channel.
We still have an IRC channel. My goodness. How did this happen?
I checked the request list, because that is where it ends up.
Yeah, well...
If you press the refresh button, not that one, the one that says refresh on it.
But, you see, your refresh button doesn't work then. It's in the end.
Yes, it does, because it only refreshes when you press it.
I see. So what did I say wrong then?
You press the other refresh button.
No, that wasn't my
question. No, you didn't say anything wrong. I just said I'm looking at the request list, not on IRC. Mm-hmm. That's all I said.
Okay, then.
Jesus.
Never mind. Sorting things out. And we have we have an amazing requester called Unknown User.
Or uncount user, because that
Uncount
is still
user.
not fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Uncount User.
was supposed to fix that yonks ago, but yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Eventually, yeah, right. And he says, is signify or ls signify? I think it is signify.
Yeah, I think so too.
And the thing is that since we got a freedom what to play, I'm going to play a 1-year-old song, not a 64 remix this time from them, but you're gonna love it because it's awesome. And well, everything that Signify does is awesome, and you know it.
Everything is awesome!
Everything is awesome, exactly. It's a reference from the Lego movie, in case some of you don't know. And
It's a good movie.
and well, if you only just listen to the track, then you will understand it.
If you're a parent with small kids that always want to watch that movie, then you're gonna be slightly dull to that whole thing, I think, because you will start filtering it out or go crazy. One of those two things.
Well, yeah, you have a choice.
Well, sometimes you don't have a choice. You just have to do it.
I understand.
Anyway,
Anyway.
what was it that was awesome?
Signify is always awesome, and Jazz Jackrabbit Medieval Remix Between Fire and Steel. This is what we are going to play from them because obviously it's awesome, and yeah, I'm sorry, they are just awesome. So let's play this.
Yeah, because there's just too much awesome here
Yeah,
right
exactly. It's awesomeness overload.
now.
So if someone tells me that this is not awesome, then I don't know what to say, really.
Maybe it was awesome.
You don't dare to say anything else to me, I think. Well, yeah. I mean, of course, it's like a taste thing. It's, I think it was yesterday when I checked out after a long while the Jazz Jackrabbit 20 years old album's YouTube comments. And you know how comments work usually. You have like positive and negative ones.
I don't think YouTube is 20 years old even.
20 years anniversary album that we created the last year with 8 other fellas of the scene. Well, not 8 other fellas, several of them, because some projects had more fellas. So Signify has 2, for example. But yeah, and it was great fun to do that. And the comments were so heartwarming. I didn't really count on that. Of course, you can always find very, very few that that will say the opposite, like you completely butchered it. It's shit. You get that too. But once you go public with something, you will always get that from someone. But balancing this thing, like these very few comments, there were a lot of them like, oh my God, I got shivers. Oh my God, it's orgasmic. Oh my God, it's so great. And I was just so glad to read these, because I think that there's nothing better for a musician than reading these, really. When you have done something and you just read this, you achieved whatever you wanted to achieve. It's just amazing. So, yep.
Yeah, that's, I think, one of the reasons it's nice to upload stuff to RKO, because then you get all the shouts and reviews and whatnot on Remix 64. I think one of the reasons many people upload there is because of that.
Yeah, and
because it helps you grow as well, become better at what you do, and
exactly.
Well, hopefully at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you pay attention on feedbacks, like constructive feedbacks, what you can improve, then it's definitely will always can make you better. And seriously, it's worth to pay attention and not take it personal, because, well, that's the way of growing. I'm so poetic right now, so I will stop. Anywho, Hazel, as someone would say.
Someone would, but someone else did.
SPK on the IRC channel just asked, how many years are Slay Radio? Well, yeah, about 20 years now, because Slaygon founded it in 99, I think.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah, it's in the autumn, somewhere in the autumn, it's going to be 20 years. And there might be something happening.
There might be something happening.
Might be.
And we know it for a fact that it's not going to happen in the middle of September. Because there's something else going to happen in the middle of September. It's going to be function party.
Well, nothing is more important than this. Nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's just, please don't organize it on the same weekend after I got you the plane ticket.
Let's invite function party here.
Oh, right. That would be something. I'm not sure if we can deal with 200 people, but...
yeah, sure. There's a very big backyard and very high grass you can hide in. It's perfect.
And after they get here, you don't even have to do the lawn anymore, right?
No, because it's just a puddle of goo.
Right. Okay, got it.
Puddle of mud. Isn't that a group? Yes, it is. Puddle of mud.
Puddle of mud?
So. I think that's a group.
Okay.
Some sort of group, I think.
I
anyway,
missed out on that one. Never mind.
Yes, so, never mind.
Well, there is a tune on RKO at the moment.
Only one? What happened to the rest?
Well, actually, there is only one tune on RKO that hasn't been rated yet. So it doesn't have a color.
What?
And, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And it's made by LP Chip.
Oh, the one we played last week. And it has been rated.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has been rated, but it just hasn't got enough votes yet.
Ah, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't click on rating, but I saw that still it doesn't have a color. So
Yes, I know, but it has
keep
3
rating.
votes, so it's waiting 2 more. So go over there and vote.
yeah, go vote. And it's LP Chips, the last V8 chill out mix. So
Yeah, the preview that we played last week apparently was almost good because he uploaded one version and then after the show, and then he told Qued to remove it, and then he re-uploaded the one that is now released. So
Yep.
there were a few tweaks left to do apparently.
Yep, but let's celebrate his newest remix going online on RKO. Nice job, LP Chip. We love it.
Yes, and my bad. It was not us that played it on our last show. It was Boz that got sent that on Monday as an exclusive.
And, well, Ziduder, are you an uncount user? Just
Well, if you don't fill in the username, then it becomes uncount user.
uncount. Really
Yes.
uncount.
Yes, because the code is missing a little letter in there.
Anyway, Ziduder, was it you? Because it's very funny since I'm usually playing the requests in a row and sometimes I don't check what is further. Then again, I have missed the fact that actually he requested exactly what I played, which is, yeah, exactly. It was him, I think, because he started to type like, sorry, I can't type today. Is signifies gesture between fire and steel, considered close enough to demo scene related to be requested? Yes, it is. As you see, we are really happy to play it. So we were really happy to play it. And thank you, Ziduder. And I'm very sorry that I haven't mentioned this earlier because I haven't noticed it. So yeah, I should read further next time.
Yeah, just scan through or whatever, see if you see something pop up. Like Signify is pretty easy to see if it's repeated somewhere else because it's all capitals.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
And yet still,
Yeah.
I have missed it. Never
Yeah.
mind.
it happens. Yeah.
But anyway, he also said, oh geez, after his first is signify, because probably he was annoyed that he hit an enter button. So,
Yeah.
funny.
Shit happens.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
And then you don't get your shout out. That's how it works.
So yeah, well, it's great because as I said, I'm a mind reader today. So,
Mind reader.
hang on, that's something else. So,
Yes.
Uh,
Ziona. Etc.
how just randomly gets a track to be a meme or something. I haven't
Boz
made this
is
up.
very, very good at that.
Yes, I know he is.
Mm-hmm.
And Andreas Wallström is with us. And first,
Hey, babe.
Aww. First, he wanted to hear the Keep the Scene Alive track, but he said, or, please play this one. And this one is, it translates to Barry Leach and Horizon Chase main theme, Top Gear reimagined. Reimagined, yes. So, let's check this thing out.
Uh-huh. Krang.
Krang?
Kerrang.
Why would it be Krang?
Not Krang. Kerrang.
Kerrang.
As in the sound the guitar makes at the end of a song, like Kerrang. Fulidum.
Fudidum.
Fulidum.
But it's a very nice request, Andreas. Thank you so much.
Nice melody.
Yep. Your political answer. Nice melody. But I know for a
It's a
fact
nice
that it's
Kerrang.
not dark enough for you. I know.
It's too happy.
I know.
Hi.
Hi. I don't know. There was a noise going on in my ears for a
Yeah, I
short
know.
while.
I need to order a new cable for the sound card. It has a bit of a buzzing on the left side.
You ordered so many things recently and you forgot this.
Yeah, I need to make another order anyway for September, so I'm gonna put that cable in the cart, so it's gonna be arriving at the same time. Not in September, but I'm gonna order the shit for September anyway. So.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, doesn't matter.
And Waffles on the IRC channel is asking if anyone knows a nice free VST list. And I had a pretty decent blog post about that like earlier, but
I saw one not long ago. It had like thousands of free VSTs on it. If you Google a little bit, you just Google for free VST list, and you find several lists.
I think so too.
But one of them in particular, I think I made a note of it somewhere. I need to think about it a little bit, see if I can find the link somewhere. And if I do, I'll post it to you. But
And oh yes, I found the post, and yeah, here was Tyrell, my love. Tyrell, my love, because it's such a great synth. Seriously,
LP Chip says vst4free.com.
Yeah, that was a decent blog post, I think. And it's, of course, it's not all of them that is the most decent, but you can test it yourself, and I really can recommend Tyrell. Tyrell is just the best.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Yes, he is. He's competing with you now. So yeah, my second love, Tyrell. After Kenneth. So yeah, it's well, I hope that you guys find some useful things there. Hopefully. Oh, and Boswang still has his extreme requests here, like Dunko and Slaygon. Still remember you.
Oh, that would be Zeitgeist.
Yeah, that would be actually Zeitgeist. I didn't realize that for the first time. Especially that he can, well, he was commenting after the song, and that was more distracting, like touch my core with looped up hands. Never mind, it's just his usual thing.
As he does.
Yes, he usually does. Anyway, Baggitman, hi.
Hi.
In the name of Baggitman, you said hi.
Yes, I said hi to Baggitman.
Ah, yes, you said hi to him. Okay, then. DHS and the Chase. That is a great request.
It is indeed.
Yay.
A very, very good track by DHS. It took a
Awesome.
very, very short snippet of whatever, the Sword of Honor, I think, by Ziphoid, the original Sid, and made a full track out of it. And it's fucking brilliant.
Yay!
Walking down a desert road,
I think requesters deserve a compliment today because they request very nice songs.
They seem to be doing exactly that, which is very, very nice.
Yeah, we are really
We
happy.
appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. And still, there are a few slots available for today, I think. But of course, there are greedy people who already requested like 2 songs, so we might
That's
play.
not greedy.
I know.
It's greedy
I
when it's
know.
like 5 or 10. That's
know.
greedy.
Yeah. Keep requesting. That's
Yes.
fine. We are really fine with that.
2 is
Absolutely.
nothing.
Absolutely. So, and of course, we can always get back to the second songs later on. So that's not an issue either. And Waffles says, I have no clue what works for me. Well, here's the thing. You have to kind of think of that, what kind of music you want to do, because if you don't, then I can recommend you a synth like, oh my god, Tyrell is awesome, but maybe you want to do power metal, and for that it might not be the best idea. So,
Well, tell that to Signify.
that is a very true thing. Yeah, exactly. So this is how it works.
Or
It's
machine supremacy.
yes. So seriously, it's not something that someone can suggest for you. Technically, there are awesome VSTs out there, even free ones. But
Well, take it from someone who started to convert his archive of VSTs borrowed off of the interwebs into paid ones. And then that fucking ship derailed, if a ship can derail, because now there's too many of them, so I can't choose. So stick to something and learn that one thing properly, and you can actually get more out of one good plugin than you can from 10 different ones.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that is very true. Sometimes less is more, but it
Yeah.
all depends what you need. So
yeah, and just pick a versatile thing to start with, and the Tyrell one is kind of versatile. It's not like Ziona said, it depends on the style.
yeah, of course. It has like awesome presets that I could use as well. So it's not like, I mean, it's, you know, presets are always great to have because it depends on the level where you are, because I think this is setting, the individual settings of the synth is like, for me, in my day job, to set the color curves to the picture, on the picture, when they are not right or when I want to achieve something. And since I do this for a while, I kind of feel the balance. But when in my hobby, like occasional music, really, because I don't do this every day or every week, I still need readjustments there. And sometimes I really have no idea what is the result. I know some of those pot meters, but some of them I have no idea about. That's
Yeah.
why it's great to have presets and start to
Here's
play with them.
Here's a good tip. Buy a cheap synthesizer like the one you see behind Ziona there, even though, well, I don't know if they're cheap actually. It's a DX7. Anyway, buy a cheap one and learn how it works inside out, because most of the synthesizer VSTs actually work exactly like that with the parameters and all of that. And if you do have something with a lot of presets, you find a good one, then you can do minor tweaks to get the exact sound you're looking for.
Yeah,
Yep.
and if you
2 ways
don't,
to go. Marcel, for instance, he creates everything from scratch. He just sets one of his favorite plugins is Native Instruments Massive, and it makes massive sounds. And he basically just sets it to init, and then he goes around and tweaks all the knobs until he gets the sound he wants.
Yeah.
I cannot do that, so I need the presets to have as a starting point. Then I can tweak that sound that I have as a preset to get what I was looking for.
yeah, you need to know the parameters, and when you are not there yet, presets are really useful, and there are loads of tutorials if you know what you aim for. Like when we did the Eurobeat kind of synth that I needed. At one of the songs. Then we checked actually a tutorial video where they explained that particular synth that we are looking for is able to process like this. This should be there, and this meter should be there, and it gave the desired result. And there are a lot of things, but really you have to spend time with it, and you cannot really save time with that. Maybe with tutorials, yes,
but there are no shortcuts, and a lot of the tutorials and stuff on the YouTubes are shit. So you spend a lot of time watching through like 20 minutes of some random YouTuber that goes on and about, I don't know, his credentials or whatever it is. You try to fast forward, and then you realize he said something that might be interesting, so you need to rewind. Shit. And then you get to the end and go, huh? So it takes a lot of fucking effort, but yeah.
But you will get there. So if you really want it, you will get there, and that's the most important, and the result will be worth it. So
well, here's one way to put it. If you don't start, you won't get anywhere.
That is true. Yeah, indeed.
So just fucking start.
Just
That's
fucking start.
Yes.
Okay, then.
That's how you do shit. You fucking start, and then at some point you might finish.
Okay.
Might.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's. Thank you for the explanation. Anywho, Hazel, I start to take this from you, I think.
Yeah, and I haven't said it in a while. It's only in the intro.
Exactly.
I haven't said it
probably
even once
this
here.
is why I picked it up. Oh, look at that. It's like Darren Brown knows it. Once you hear it, you will repeat it at some point.
It's like some idiotic commercial, like a ad that just worm in your brain, borrows through and just, does its thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, Malthus is with us.
Hello,
and,
Malthus.
And he already had multiple requests, but we definitely will play his request with the first one. And it's Alien by LP Chip, because it's one of his better tunes. Wow!
Okay, so someone is a politician.
Thank you, Malthus, for the request. And here is LPG with Alien. Korg DS10 mix.
Womp, 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 womp.
So we heard some of LP Chip's better tracks. One of LP Chip's better tracks, as Martus phrased it.
And speaking of LP Chip, he had a bit of addendum to what I said on air about plugins and synths and whatnot. If you notice a plugin can't do what you want it to, then maybe you need a different plugin. Well, sure, but first you need to find out if it can, and you can't know that until you have tweaked all the knobs.
Yeah, that's the trap in it. So yeah, it's
Yeah, and also
a
he
time-consuming thing.
He also says that sometimes maybe not aim for a sound, but rather play around and see if you can find any or tweak to a sound that actually sounds good, that you like, but maybe it's not something you want to work on right now, but you can save that as a preset and use it later,
Yeah.
which is a good idea too.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
absolutely. So that's how it works.
Many paths.
And the bad news with the video that Sonic Wanderer shared earlier is that it's Facebook video. So I can post the link on Facebook, but I'm not sure if others will be able to see it. So that's the funny spelling English teaching, I think. That's
I found the
about it.
45-second version of it on YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess
How long was the Facebook one?
this is 1 minute 11 seconds, so it's a bit longer.
I have a 3-minute one. So
Well, I will
Yeah,
post
if
it to IRC, and if the link opens...
yeah, if you search for funny spelling English teaching on YouTube, you will find it. There's seems to be a bunch of them, like the first 2 at least. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly. So it's fun, and you check it out, because, well, the result is...
later.
Yeah,
Check
later.
it out later.
Later, because now you're listening to us and you don't want to go anywhere else. or maybe you want to, but you cannot really press the button for some odd reason. So yeah, we don't know that, but we know it for a fact that Nickenstein, I think he wants to be originally, and he is on IRC as well, and he was very happy about the fact that he made it to the 9-character limit with his name. So yeah, and he wants to hear Boz's favorite track ever. So from that, everyone could figure it out what it is, right? I don't even have to say the track title, or should I?
Well, he has different favorite remixes ever, depending on which part of the remix you are speaking of.
Yeah, but this one is particularly his favorite, like really, really all-time favorite.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
So you cannot really tell me a track name even.
I think one of them is Last Ninja.
Well, definitely. And how many Last Ninja remixes are
Well,
around?
the one with the kind of a backbeat type thing.
Aha,
That one.
it's Tonka.
Tonka, yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you. So, the Last Ninja Palace Gardens
That's the one,
loader.
yes.
Yeah. For Nick
I
and
said Last Ninja.
Yeah,
Crying out loud.
Oh wow! Yeah, you shrink the options. That's for
Yes,
sure.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay then. Boss's all-time favorite tune, Tonka and...
You really waited until there's 0 waveform left of that song.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah, because otherwise he would kick my ass tomorrow. Who knows? Boss.
No, he always sings on the last part of that.
Yeah, but
Full
it's...
reverb and long is fade out ever.
Yeah, but I didn't risk. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not him, and I'm not going to sing in the end. So that's not how it works. But never mind. So, HDK said that he feels really good because going on vacay today, starting work again on the 22nd of July, which good for you.
Very nice.
And
Still have like 3 weeks left before I go on vacation.
But hang on a minute. Is Denmark the same like Sweden is? Like in July, everyone starts completely to fuck off from the offices and you don't
Pretty
see
much.
them until the middle of August or end of August, really. And everything is dead in the offices. And it's just so funny for me because I don't know. I saw no nation in the past that was so consequent with the holiday times.
I know, it's weird. It's like the whole of Sweden shuts down in July.
Yeah,
Like
it's incredible. It's
so
incredible.
I'm working on a migration project right now, and we have a project leader who is originally from like Bosnia or something, and she has a bit of a hard time understanding this because she can't find anyone. So where the fuck are people?
If you work with Swedes, don't expect them to be there in July or August.
Yeah,
It won't happen.
Can we have a meeting on in July here? No, that person isn't here. Oh, August then. No, then that person isn't here. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, so I just suspect that they have the same culture. I mean, Denmark.
I think
so,
they do.
Yeah, it's... it was a funny thing to learn for me as well, but this is like the lunch exactly at 11:30. Like the entire office gets empty after 11:30. Everyone goes to lunch, and if you go on lunch like after 12 or after 1, oh my god, after 1, no one goes on lunch after 1. That happens so rarely. It's like I don't even know people who do that. It's just incredible. You are the only... Yes, but this man next to me eats once per day, and sometimes even that he forgets. So that is not a good measure.
What do you know, good measure? It's a good measure.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if it works for you, I'm no one to say that it shouldn't be, but let's say that most of the people actually eat more than you do.
I'm not so sure they do.
You're not so sure.
No, I kind of eat a lot when I eat.
Okay.
Maybe.
When you
sometimes. Yes.
But then there has to be that condition, you eat.
Yes.
Which doesn't happen overnight, or...
But there are people that eat more, like you.
Yeah, that is very true. I eat more than him.
A lot more.
That's not new information for those people who know me. So
Botswank says, "Why are you starving him?"
it's all my fault. I'm sorry. Hi, Bottega. She just
Hello,
joined
Bottega.
IRC. Hi.
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 Anyway.
Hi.
Anyway,
Anyway,
hi. Michael from Germany wants to hear Star Pause versus Risk. Or
Yeah, that was kind of a nice one from Johan Andersson.
yeah, indeed. You got it right.
I know, I heard it today. I actually listened through the new releases on RKO today. while
Oh,
at
kudos
work.
to you. Wow. You're very prepared today.
Yeah, not really. I listened through the releases on RKO. That's the preparation.
Well, at least you did that, so that's great. I appreciate that. And here comes Johan Andersson and Star Pause. Oh, really great work. Great work, Johan Andersson. As usual. What else we could get used to from him?
I don't know what else we could get used to from him. Just this is pretty much what he usually does.
Yeah, but there's always some sort of improvement as well. So I don't know where he can still improve, but that was awesome.
Wah, wah. Nice wah pedal there. Wah, wah.
Yeah, Votega, if you would know what you did miss, oh my god.
She just kicked out her vegan guest.
Oh my god, that sounds a bit discriminative. Oh well. Well, we all eat a bit of meat. Oh my god, and now the animal protectors will eat us. Well, and there we go again. It's almost like a religious thing.
Yeah, it is, and well, I understand the vegans and all of that, and to a certain extent, I understand the thought that it's cruel and we shouldn't eat them because we have appropriate replacements for protein sources and such. Yeah, I understand the arguments.
Yeah.
I just like meat. Yeah. So there we go.
And I'm actually okay with salmon, so the rest of the meat could even go. I don't mind. So technically I could be a vegetarian, but you know. Yeah.
Eggs?
Eggs, yeah, that's also vegetarian food. Yeah, and I'm really okay with them. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. Oh, how great. Your confirmation. Thank you very much.
And as the old fart says, give me steak, damn it!
Yeah, right. I mean, I could not eat steak every day. That would be like really not a food for every day, but...
Well, I did try the kind of steak-only thing for a couple of weeks. It worked. I had like one slab of meat a day, and that's it. Nothing else at all. And it worked.
Well, some people claim that they went like up north and they didn't eat anything else but meat, and they were still okay health-wise, but... You know, it's like, I guess it's several factors there that play a role when it comes to your body's health, I think. So
yeah, of course. But we do have people that live on meat only, like for years and years and years. Nothing else.
You do have people? You mean like the country has people?
There are people in the world.
Yeah, I heard of them too.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's more of them every day, basically. I can't remember what the thing is called, but a carnivore diet or whatever it is. Just meat.
Meat community.
Yeah, and it has some weird properties too when you a full assortment of conditions, and you start on that thing. All of that just disappears. Magically. Weird.
Yeah, I mean, we eat a lot of processed food, but we know that, so it's nothing new.
There's not enough research on that, and the whole fucking food industry and all of these fucking diets left and right is just silly. Eat whatever the fuck you want as long as you don't eat too much.
Well,
period.
Yeah, I mean, moderation is playing a role here, but I read an article today that I still have to look up the source, how valid it is, but it claimed that noodles, you know, the instant noodles that you can make like in 5 minutes, that is really bad for you. It has an ingredient that is present in McDonald's fries as well, they say, and the nuggets.
I suggested MSG, but you said it was some
4 characters,
acronym
four-letter acronym thingy, and it's really not recommended to eat it because...
I don't eat fries. Even if I eat at McDonald's, I don't eat fries.
Well, but you have significant amount of supplement of those noodles in the kitchen
Yes.
cupboard.
Emergency food.
Yeah, the funny thing is that he had so many that once in a while, sometimes I thought that I'm going to have one. It's already like after expiration date anyway, and slowly we would have to turn them away when the time goes by. And yeah, not a good idea.
Oh,
I mean, it is, that was just a slight disaster after that. Like, it was, I think, 2 months late after expiration date or something, and you would not expect that, like, because
Yeah,
it's a
they're
dry
shit.
food.
Yeah, they're shit. That's why they're emergency food. And also, Gohag says your driving directions accidentally or coincidentally were spot on. Gohags, you have arrived at your destination.
I think now he will look up the show and he will create his own GPS sounds of Slaygon's
Yeah.
voice. But you have to make
Turn
sure.
left. Turn left. Left!
Gee, now we are clipping or something.
Now we have a compressor.
Yes, I know. But it really sounded like it was so loud.
Yes.
My ears are clipping because of you. But we have a requester on Facebook called Search Endre. So yes, he's Hungarian, just so you know. And he was
Search
asking...
and Rescue? Was that his name?
Search is the family name. Endre is the first name. Because
you forgot the Q at the end. Because he puts his request in the queue.
Yeah.
Search and Rescue.
Oh
song.
my, really? So, Endre wants to hear some Cauldron remix because it would be helpful for improving his new CV. Wow,
How?
I mean, yeah, I'm wondering how, but I picked for you Ryan Oven's Cauldron 2 live at church. Would it do for improving your CV? Let's check it out, I guess.
I guess.
Well, certainly creepy enough to improve one's CV. So, Andre, I hope you liked it.
Yeah, still a bit unclear on the part where that would help improve a CV. But
Well, a good 64 remix always can improve anything you do, even a website, just so you know.
yeah, well, what do I know? I just found it works when you are listening and coding. Then it does work, but I did not know it works for CVs. So maybe we should put that on the Slay Radio's CV, that we improve your CV.
Yes, we should. And your website. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that is the CV.
You mean... Well,
The website is the CV.
okay.
And See Old Fart said that his blood work was better than his NPs. I don't know what NP is, but interestingly enough, when I was on my McDonald's diet, I had a full blood test or blood work done, and physicals and all of that shit. And you filled in a questionnaire like, do you smoke, do you drink, do you do this or that, blah blah blah, what do you eat? And on the what do you eat part, and of course I did smoke and do snooze, and so lots of nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol, and of course only McDonald's food for about, I think I was a year and a half into that diet by the time, and then I got to be a part where they actually talk to you to go through the results and whatnot after they had checked the blood tests, and they looked at the part where the food part, what do you eat thing. Well, surely you must eat something else, like a breakfast, or just complementing it with vitamin drinks or something. You must do something. Nope, just a Big Mac or fries and shit on lunch, and that's it. That's all I eat for a year and a half now. They just no, you're lying. But nope.
Sometimes I really can't decide if you are actually not a human being, or you intentionally want to destroy your yet still young looking body.
Yeah,
because
it seems like I'm
it's-
doing all the wrong things, right?
Yeah, and hitting almost 50, I would say that's something. So yeah, I'm really confused about that. However, Super Size Me, the movie, that wasn't really confirming that things, but I guess the guy didn't eat once per day.
Yeah, and I don't size anything.
That
And
is true.
Mostly even though I ordered the menu, I usually just left the fries and just ate the burger.
Well, okay.
So, yeah.
But we don't recommend this type of diet.
No,
regardless.
it is not
So,
recommended.
No, it is still not recommended. And Michael was so sad to hear that. Oh my God, noodles might not work. Actually, I got a confirmation from Seasoned that TBHQ is the 4-letter bad guy is in McDonald's fries and 5 minutes noodles, and yes, confirmed it is.
What was it? TBHQ?
Yes, TBHQ. And I have to
Well,
look
good
that
thing
up.
I don't eat the fries then, nor the noodles.
Yeah, but yeah, as we talked about it, it must be an emergency food, nothing else, because some ingredients might remain in your body actually, and it doesn't clear it out, or it's not able to digest or be digested.
Yeah, well, if it can't be digested, then usually it just passes straight through. If it can't be digested or taken in, then there should be no harm. It just passes straight through.
Yeah, I guess. But since human body's physiology is probably more complicated than that. I don't really want to pretend that I'm a doctor, so that's just what I read today, and that doesn't mean anything really. But
Yeah, take a note of that thing, and we can look it up later because it's interesting.
yeah. And Andre confirmed that he liked the track that we played, and he is very happy, and thanks a lot. And he's always making fun of his name with the search word as well, because, well, his family name is Search. Haha. So
Search?
Search. But long search.
Ah, so searching, seek and destroy.
Almost. How about an original Sid?
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Spawatch says, "Hi guys, can I ask
Hi.
for an hi? Can I ask for an original Celestial Fantasia Sid by Flex?" Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Okay then. Hannula Anti-Flex.
Anti-Hannula.
Yeah, that was it. And the song ended. Slaygon haven't come back, but probably he was going for another beer. That is what happens when you go for another beer at the end of the track.
Yes,
Hi.
I know. Hi.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am. And I'm here.
Are you now?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
We
here.
are glad to welcome you back.
No, I just shifted my leg over. Don't worry about it. It's still attached.
Your Lego. Okay.
Leg over. Yes. My Lego.
Yeah, got it.
My Lego variant. What?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I had like so many things on my mind and now I forgot all of them when you arrived. It's just your fault.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's it. Anyway, Flex and Celestial Fantasia with Sid, Antihannula,
Celestial Fantasia.
who is by no means Finnish, right? Because, well, with such a name, you never can be Finnish at all.
No, not in the least bit.
Not in the least bit. And we have several requests ahead, and now I'm just wondering how to do this because, well, Boswank, you had a few requests and you had a few songs as well that you sent to me, which is very nice. Thank you. And I think that since we have two Zeitgeist requests, we can make it one. And
They're all the same.
yeah, well, not entirely, but a little bit. But they are really good. And in favor of Madman, who requested Rubicon, Vigo Rubicon, this is the exact title. And Boswang said that he wants to hear Danko and Slaygon, Still Remember You. And then, well, the Touch My Core part, as we could get used to it. But I think that we can play this next track for both of you, if you don't mind, since we have limited time and still we have a few songs ahead to play. So, are you okay with that?
I don't know what you chose, so...
Well, I chose Madman's request because he hadn't got a request today yet. So, we go Rubicon.
Okay, so apparently we go Rubicon.
Yes.
When we go Rubicon. When we go Rubicon. When we go Rubicon. All choices will be gone. When we go Rubicon. Josh.
Well, it's always an abrupt ending on this song.
Yes, it's a concept album, so to speak. So this one would flow into another song. And you can get that album on Spotify, iTunes, etc., etc. It's out there. Not in physical form, though. It's only digital. Digital? What the fuck is that? Digital.
The oxygen.
Yeah, the oxygen that I breathe when I sing.
Yeah, I mean, your previous copying yourself was a bit better. That's why I switched on the microphone. But yep. So Zeitgeist and Vico Rubicon. And 80s theme looks like a thing because Kate Bit was at a company dinner or a work dinner, and they had 80s theme as well. So everyone had to wear 80s clothes, just like at my company. So yeah.
So less than a week between those.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I think with 80s you can always spice it up because those neon colors and everything that they had, like, it's really funny. And I think everyone executed well the challenge, how to wear 80s clothes.
Yeah, I think someone took a DeLorean back in time and or forward in time to say that they need to go back in time. Yeah, something like that.
Almost. Yeah, exactly. Almost. And I just had some Ölkorv, which made me think, because if you would say to a German someone, Ölkorv, I mean, they probably would not know what korv is because they...
Korv?
Yeah, but Öl means oil in German. Not
oily
beer.
Sausage.
Exactly, oil sausage. So, yeah. But Ölkorv supposed to be beer sausage. And it is a thing here.
It is a thing.
It is a thing.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but can you see this little thing? It's a Raspberry Pi 4. This is going to be interesting to see because I'm going to try to replace... hold on, I'm going to take that off of there and point this one down there. See, that little dude over there, it's Intel NUC type thing that is currently doing the video streaming. So I'm going to try to replace it with this little fella because it has nowadays gigabit interface and a USB 3 and 4 cores of something, Cortex, I think. Dual HDMI with 4K output on both and hardware encoding for video X265.
Yay!
So that's going to be interesting to experiment with. I'm going to attach the what is it, 7-inch display I have for the Raspberry Pi and see if I can make it a proper streaming machine.
And properly portable, because that wouldn't be a disadvantage either.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular one has 4 gigabytes of RAM as well, so may not be enough to do a full streaming thing. Oh, hold on, might be. This streaming machine is currently only using 1 gigabyte, so the 4 might actually work. Interesting.
Yes. Okay, then. So how about playing a little bit here for Neofox? He says, keep it up. Also, request something Zach McCracken-ish. So how about Necropolo's Zach McCrackenica edition? I think that's McCracken-ish. Kind of.
Yes, it is.
Yay.
It's well, I was going for a pee, but that is like 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'll wait.
Yeah, just
Okay.
wait for the next song.
Okay,
Yay.
hurry up.
We should ask Necro in September when we are going to meet him, why is this track so short? It's a pity that it's so short.
It is really a pity because it's a really nice track. It's
Indeed.
kind of something I would have expected Johan Andersson to do.
Yeah, and it's
But-
very unusual from Necropolo.
Yeah, but he's a very talented guitarist, so why not try the Spanish kind of style?
No one
Because-
expected the Spanish Inquisition.
No one expected the Spanish flu either. I watched a documentary on the Spanish flu.
Yeah, tell
today.
us about it. I just came home during you watched it.
Yeah, it's just some really bad decisions made during that time, but then again, it was war times or straight after the First World War, so horrible fucking thing. Really horrible. Like 50 to 100 million people died. Just Jesus Christ, and they didn't even have planes back then. What would happen if that shit would hit now? With 7 billion people on the planet,
And all of
And,
them are moving like constant. I mean,
yeah,
not all
you
of
could-
them, but
you can spread that shit across the globe in 24 hours without
Yeah.
any problem.
That's
would
really
be
scary.
horrible.
yeah, indeed.
Hmm.
And speaking of that, with quite a delay, but we both finished Chernobyl as well,
Oh, yeah.
the series. And, well, it is understandable why it became the... Well, I
It
don't know
is
if
at
I
the
could...
number one spot on IMDb.
Yes. I mean, it's just brilliantly executed and horrible and shocking. And I guess it's like a basic thing to watch for everyone. It's
Yeah, it's a
really,
good-
it really is.
It's a good reminder of how policies affect real life, essentially.
Yeah,
Like
especially in a,
policies on a higher
yeah.
level that you do not have access to or can affect, really.
in a dictatoric kind of state. Yeah, and even the position is way more important than a few 100,000 lives, really. So it is making you think from many angles. And yeah, I'd say that it's interesting for everyone. For those who were further from it, then it is interesting because they were further from it. But for us who were closer to it, actually, and maybe were part, not maybe, we were part of that kind of system as well. Unfortunately, we did not really have a choice on that, but that's not how it worked.
No, that is how it works. You do not have any say in it. That is how
If you are a small country,
dictatorships
not
works.
really, no.
No, that is how dictatorships works. You
Yeah.
have no say.
Yeah, definitely. But once the dictatorship is kind of forced on you, still before that, you might think you have a choice, but a small country with not really strong military power and such in the middle of Europe, not really. So no. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, and I definitely recommend it for everyone, despite the fact that we know it got very popular and some people get annoyed when something gets very popular, because then they will say that, no, I won't watch it because everyone is in awe or because everyone else is watching it and blah, blah. But
this is different because I did not see a single thing depicted in this series. It's a mini-series. What was it? 6 episodes? Something like that?
5. It was 5.
But I did not see a single thing in it that wasn't not based in truth. Sure, they took some shortcuts and stuff, but not too many. And the shortcuts they did take still covered the real life events as they happened.
Yep.
In a sort of way. So, yeah.
Anyway, highly recommended. So,
And
yeah.
It's a good reminder that dangerous things are dangerous.
Oh, wow. Are they now? Okay,
Yes.
that deserves a request to play, I think. Banan says, some Flimbo tune for my friend Christian. Sure. Coming right up from MRT, Flimbo's Quest in-game boogie.
Ooh.
MRT and Flimbo's Quest in-game boogie.
Speaking of MRT, I just got an email from him about an hour ago. He said the trophy arrived and
Yay!
unharmed.
Yay!
Luckily, at least we have 2 that arrived unharmed. That is good.
The 2 that we know of so
Yeah.
far, so great. So still waiting for confirmation from Vagelis, I think,
Yep.
and Shenlon, possibly, and the fast loaders.
Yes.
Hopefully it's already there, but it should be there. But yay!
Should be.
We made it with a little bit of delay, but made it. Yay!
Yeah, they got there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the most important thing. And Martin says, Slaygon, I don't need no TV series to remind me how dangerous nuclear power plants are. There was a 64 program called Atomkraftwerk or something like that. Did teach you how to melt down one in no time.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, wow.
Did you use graphite or boron on the tips of the rods?
Well, Martin, you heard the question. Please answer.
And we just got a nice donation from Primož Kranjes. Sorry.
I knew.
Or something,
Well,
whatever. I'm shit with
whatever.
pronunciation. So read that.
please.
Top.
Primož Kranjec, I think.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry if I'm wrong on that, but yeah, I think so. Anyway, thank you.
Well, MRT writes, hello, I have just received the trophy for Best Veteran 2018. It's still in one piece, pretty and shiny. Thank you very much.
We are so happy about that.
That is so lovely.
Yeah. And Martin says, Slaygon, sorry, I can't remember that, but it was a proper simulation, mind you.
Ooh, yeah, well,
Okay.
a proper simulation of what the type of nuclear plant that Chernobyl was, or some other type, because you build them slightly differently.
I think you start to have too many questions here. How about playing a song?
That might work too.
Ezio Tonetto via YouTube had a request a while ago. Ezio Tonetto.
Probably,
I'm sorry
yeah,
about that.
because probably Italian.
Yeah, probably. So Ezio Tonetto, Ziona, could you play Zoids, please? The version is at your choice. How about Kat's version of Kat's? It's not KZ, right? So Kat's.
I think we pronounce it KT usually, because it's capitalized the Z.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So Katz and KZ, they are not the same person.
What?
You know what? Never mind. I'm going to ask during the song, okay? Zoids,
Okay.
I fell in love with a Zoid.
Plink, plinky, plink, plink.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that I'm switching it on. Turns out I switched it off. But yes.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I didn't want to silence you on purpose. Maybe sometimes I do, but not this time. Well, it was a very romantic song, and she was.
Oh, I thought it was sad.
And well, she fell in love with a Zoid. She claimed in the title.
Yeah, I know.
So
and
did
that would be
I.
a sad thing because it's a droid. It's like falling in love with a Berlin Wall. Very sad. There are people that have done that.
Well, and I fell in love with an alien, so what?
Are you saying I'm like a droid or the Berlin Wall?
No, just an alien. It's a living thing. Enjoy this thing. GCS found the game, the 64 game, for the Chernobyl simulation. So he has the link on IRC.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. I guess we still can.
GB64. Oh, cool.
if anyone is curious, we can share it on Facebook and on YouTube as well, just in case. And we slowly approached the last songs. The previous one was almost like a wind down, actually. We could have used it as a wind down, but I didn't think of that. Yeah. But let's carry on for now with Lala's second request of the evening. Yes, we arrived to the second request of the evening because HDK, I'm sorry, we cannot provide you 200 songs today. Not today.
Only 2. Or 1.
Yeah.
Maybe half.
Maybe. But
the GameBase 64 link that Martin Land sent on IRC.
yes.
There's a screenshot. Top of it says Atomkraftwerk. Okay.
Because it was the name of the game, if you remember. Atomkraftwerk.
No, I do not remember.
You do not remember.
No, and apparently there's another one for the 64.
Mm-hmm.
Chernobyl nuclear power plant simulation from 87.
Well, you certainly can look it up at CSDB, I guess. And if you are curious, we can still share the link. And
not on CSDB, on gb64.com.
Oh.
And myabandonware.com.
Okay, you can share the link. I'm pretty sure.
I will.
Okay, thank you so much. And this is Moss Chops and Last Ninja: The Wilderness.
Yes, and actually, thinking of it, could use that as a wind down as well.
Oh.
So do you have something else, and then we can play that one as a wind down?
No, we will play this now. And
so play a wind down and then a non-wind down.
Yes,
Perfect.
exactly.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's do that. Perfect, because this is nice. Very nice one.
Nice. Thank you, Lala, for requesting this one.
Yeah. It's only using 8 different instruments in there, I think, and focusing on trying to make them sound like they're in one room. Very nicely done, I think.
Yeah, and I almost felt like, like geishas dancing there with this kind of... Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
I think I read Lala's review earlier today. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, he says, I'm shocked nobody thought of this before, as in making it with classical Japanese instruments. And yeah, I a little bit, maybe not shocked, but surprised that nobody has attempted it before, because it's tricky.
Yeah, probably.
The less stuff you have in a song, the more you need to pay attention to each little detail in them. So it's like a minimalist kind of a funny project in a sort of way.
Yeah, and it was pretty fresh. It's from the start of July. It was released on the 1st of July. So, yeah, it's a nice new track.
It's like a baby.
Moss chops. And I almost have written moss chips when I actually typed it in. But these are the moss chops. And they are
He's
great.
got some chops doing that as his first remix.
Yep. They got some chops.
Or he.
Well, yeah, we don't know.
No.
But-
Well, I think it's a he, because he says, this is my first remix. Blah, blah.
Okay. Why it can be a she as well.
That is very true.
So
Sorry, that is my bad.
just saying. Anyway, it looks like our time has expired for today. Yes. That means the show is over and we have to play a wind down and we have to say goodbye and yeah.
Okay, bye-bye then.
Yeah, I knew that you're gonna do that. So the thing is that the last request would be today Nickenstein's second request, which is Infamous and Pro BMX Simulator. And before we say the final goodbye, just so you know, you can check back to Boz Radio, because tomorrow and Saturday and even Sunday and Monday, well, basically they have a show every day except Thursday, which is our day. So we got synced, and yes, you could get used to it. And Gazo will do a show in the end of July, which he already timed.
28?
Yes,
I think it was.
28th of July, Sunday at 12 o'clock, our time at least.
Yeah, and by that time, I hope we have, or I have sorted out the API calls and whatnot needed for Facebook and YouTube, because, well, primarily YouTube in his case, because he has his own Plan Mix Play channel that he broadcasts on. But it would be nice to have those on the Slay Radio channel as well. So I need to sort out some API calls that when he adds a show, he can request an API key so he can broadcast there as well if he wants to.
Yeah, it would be amazing. And yeah.
Hey, Puko.
Puko says goodbye too.
Yes, Zelda was here complaining earlier, and now Puko here. I think they're starting to get bored out there.
Yeah,
So
this
where
is
the
what
fuck
they
are you
do.
humans? Get over here.
Yeah, this is what they usually do at the time. They are the creatures of habit. So,
Indeed, doodly.
since they are waiting for us, and our pajamas, non-existing pajamas, are waiting for us too, and we would like to thank you, everyone who kept up with us today, and we will certainly be back next week, as you can count on us on Thursday, and we wish you the best for that week, and it appears that Vuko wishes you the best as well.
That week or this week?
This week.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Because
this week is already spent, so who knows? Fuck it. Let's
have a nice
aim
weekend.
for a good next week.
Yes, have a nice weekend. You're right. And let's say goodbye with Infamous's Pro BMX Simulator, played for Nickenstein.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a good night.
See you. Bye.
Bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a Chernobyl kid. Unfortunately, I was under a roof, so the
You're
radiation
not
didn't
joking
hit
with
me.
that. I'm sorry.
So the radiation didn't hit me, so I'm good because I was indoors programming on the Commodore 64.
Okay, did you now? Are these your final words for today?
Yes.
Okay then. Anyway, have a good night and a great weekend, everyone, and see you next week.